intelligence, but business intelligence for their organizations and give it to their employees. So the journey from control room to the boardroom has been evolving for the security officer. And with that, with the Honorable CM having arrived, I'd like to, the Deputy CM having arrived, I would like to thank my panelists today for a wonderful interaction amongst themselves. And I also learned, you always learn from hearing somebody's talk, a great deal of things about how our industry is evolved. So thank you very much, and Jai Hind.
Thank you so much to our esteemed panelists for the invigorating discussion. Ladies and gentlemen, we have great honor and pride in welcoming our chief guest, Deputy Chief Minister, Honorable Deputy Chief Minister, Shri Mallu Batti Vikramarka Garu, who is also our Finance and Planning Minister and Energy Minister. Welcome, sir. We resume. Ladies and gentlemen, let us welcome the chief guest. I request Shri C. Shekhar Reddy Garu to please welcome our chief guest with a bouquet. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my proud privilege. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my proud privilege to welcome our esteemed guest, Major General Harsh Chibbar. I beg your pardon, please. Major General Harsh Chibbar, Vishisht Seva Medal, Commandant at College of Defense Management, Secunderabad. An alumnus of NDA, he was commissioned into the Indian Army in 1988. Ladies and gentlemen, may I take the privilege to welcome our chief guest of honor, Shri Kunwar Vikram Singh Ji. Shri Kunwar Vikram Singh Ji has a vast experience as Chairman, President and Second Vice President of the World Association of Detectives. He has been a legendary personality in the private security industry and was instrumental towards creating Private Security Agency Regulation Act, which was passed by the Parliament in the year 2005. May I request Mr. Prashant Garu, Joint Secretary, HCSC, to please give a bouquet to our chief guest, our guest of honor, I beg your pardon, our guest of honor, Shri Kunwar Vikram Singh Ji Garu. And also to our esteemed guest, Major General Harsh Chibbar.
Mr. Barney Arul, all Mr. Barney.
I also invite on stage Shri Bharani Arol Garu, Advisor, Hyderabad City Security Council, to please join us on stage. He is the Founder Secretary General and Advisor of HCSC. May I also invite Mr. C. Bhaskar Reddy Garu, the Chairman and Managing Director of CSR Estates Limited.
नहीं चेयरमैन आप नेक्स्ट कॉल विक्रम सिंह कॉल विक्रम सिंह जी
Yeah. It is done. It is done.
एडीजी
I also invite Shri Vikram Singh Maan Garu, IPS, Additional Commissioner of Police, Law and Order, Convener, Hyderabad City Security Council, to kindly join us on the stage, please. I now invite Lieutenant Colonel K.S. Rao, who is the Joint Secretary of HCSC.
Mr. Mahesh Bhagwat IPS
May I invite Shri Mahesh Bhagwat Garu to please join us on the stage, please.
opening address by Shekhar Reddy lighting of the lamp call to move for lighting of the lamp Mahesh come request all the guests
Ladies and gentlemen, it is our privilege to begin today's proceedings with a traditional ceremony symbolizing the illumination of knowledge and wisdom. May I request all the distinguished guests to please proceed for lighting the traditional lamp. Thank you, sirs.
please call upon Shekhar Reddy for opening address
May I now call upon Shri Shekhar Reddy Garu for the welcome address.
Sri Mallu Batti Vikramarka Garu, Hon'ble Deputy Chief Minister, Government of Telangana, Sri Kanwar Vikram Singh Ji, Chairman, CAPC, our beloved CP K. Srinivas Reddy Garu, Commissioner of Police, also the Chairman of the Hyderabad City Security Council, Sri Major General Arshad Chibba, VSP Commandant CDM, Sri Vikram Singh Man, IPS Additional CP Law and Order, is also convener of the HCSC, Sri Mahesh Bhagwat Ji, IPS, Sri Bharani Kumar, Arol Advisor HCSC, Sri Lieutenant Colonel K.S. Rao, Joint Secretary Physical Security Forum, Sri Ashok Kumar, DCP2 Traffic Convener Physical Security Forum, Sri C. Bhaskar Reddy Garu, PC member and also President APSA. My all Joint Secretary colleagues here and also conveners of different forums, EC members, friends from industry, NGOs, speakers, electronic and print media, good morning to all of you. So, with the benefit of our chief guest, sir, earlier, keeping in the sensitive area of Cyberabad, there was a Society for Cyber Security forum. It constituted a decade back by Bharani and his friends. It was become a good model. In fact, I was told global, from the representatives from the global level have visited that and appreciated in a big way. This is one great institution is safeguarding the sensitive area of Cyberabad. And thereafter, the HCSC has come into, sir, and Rachikonda also, there is also Security Council. Sir, here we have, this is a PPP model, sir. It's a society. Purely it's run by the money received by all the members or CSR funds, some donations. And it's a non-profit organization, sir. And there are representatives from government bodies and also industry, sir, from the civic society also. And it is as per the constitution, it is headed by our CP Garu as the chairman, Srinivas Reddy Garu. Under his guidance, we are working, sir. And we have 6 verticals, sir, 6 forums. It is headed by a convener from the police department and one joint secretary from the industry, from the society. So the first forum is, sir, Cyber Forum, which has in fact in this hall, sir, I witnessed that first program here, that the cyber security, the cyber security forum awareness programs are conducted, sir. About 1 lakh students have been trained on the cyber security threat, and also to ensure digital safety for the citizens and the business, sir. And another program is called under this cyber security, Cyber Squad. About 25 schools consisting about 30,000 the beneficiaries benefited out of our training. And we also second forum is called Women's Forum, sir, Women's Safety Forum. We do a lot of awareness programs. So good touch, bad touch, particularly schools, young children, lady children. So about 15,000 students were trained under this, sir. And another thing is the Prevention of Sexual Harassment Act, this post training. About 2,000 women employees and also the ICC members have been trained under this, sir. And Traffic Forum, the third one, VCOP, about in 60 schools, about 10,000 students were, the awareness programs are conducted, sir. This for the drivers and auto drivers and cabs, the sensitization program offered in 20 sessions, consisting about 750 drivers, sir. And Anti-Narcotics Forum, on this forum has done extremely good show, which is just now the CP was also referring. More than 1,000 principals were invited here, and this anti-narcotics drugs regarding, and that function was done very well in a big way, and the importance of that, the drugs, anti-drugs, it was shown in a through a good play, sir, by the artist. It was really good. And after this anti-narcotics awareness program, I think government has realized and the education department has issued guidelines and formed a committee, Prahari club, sir, in all the schools, which is one of the success of HCSC, or the outcome of the HCFC activities, sir. Then we have also CSR forum, sir. We identify the projects and implement. And during the COVID, sir, we have through SCSC we have done isolation centers and also COVID care hospitals for the police personnel, sir. This is also one of the good achievement. Almost 350 sessions across the schools, colleges, and corporate companies have been done by the HCSC for the last 4 years, sir. And sir, you are also aiming big on the net zero city or future city. You need also, depending on this very important AI, artificial intelligence, or data centers, or the life sciences. So many sophisticated companies are going to come. And I'm fortunate and we are grateful to you, sir, because of your efforts. Yesterday, I have seen the paper that NIMS at Hyderabad is also sanctioned by Government of India. There also big investments are going to come. So definitely we need to look at the private security. Sir, after defense and police, these are the people, the private security, 24/7, 365 days. They are safeguarding all the sensitive areas of the government establishment and R&D and data centers and IT companies. So they are playing a very important role. And if you need, if we are looking for the future investment in sensitive areas and your future city also, definitely we have to upgrade ourselves for today's security. That is the reason. And we have called, we have conducting this, organizing this National Physical Security Summit 2024. And the theme is evolutionary aspects of physical security in digital area. So we have our CP has identified this is important thing, and our Joint Secretary Colonel also worked hard along with our Bhaskar Reddy Garu. He is the president of the APSA. So he has taken a lot of pain. So as a result, this is happening, sir, and we have invited many experts, policy makers, to give this as the speakers. So that whatever the proceedings are going to come, that will be really help in the strengthening our physical security in the country and the state also, sir. So I thank the APSA and their entire members and our EC members, our CP Garu and all conveners for allowing us to do this. And under your leadership, sir, definitely we will be the best, like cyber security council is known across the globe, and we are also shellfish. HCSC should be also known globally very shortly under the leadership of our CP Garu. That is our view. Definitely we are going to multiply our activities, sir, many folds, and also we need your government support so that we can reach everywhere, not only Hyderabad, across the state, and try to the safe and secure city means the international global investment will fall into Hyderabad. We have a brand Hyderabad very, very strong, and with this outcome also, whatever the recommendations are there, we will implement. That will enhance the brand Hyderabad. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Shri Shekhar Reddy Garu, for your welcome address. Ladies and gentlemen, I now take the privilege to invite Major General and Dr. Harsh Chibber, Vishisht Seva Medal, to present the keynote address.
Good morning, everyone. Namaskar. Honorable Chief Guest, distinguished panelists, ladies and gentlemen. It's indeed an honor for me to stand here today and address this distinguished assembly on a very relevant topic which we are going to deliberate today, and that is evolutionary aspects of physical security in digital era. My compliments to the organizers for assembling such a diverse group. And as you have seen in one of the panel which has already discussed the issue here. And the practitioners, the policy makers, putting them all together in one platform, I think it is a big achievement, and my compliments to the organizer for looking at this aspect, which is a prime concern, which is safety and security of our citizens. In the history of evolution of mankind, physical security has been a prime concern, besides food and water. And this has been in fact defined as the lowest necessity in the human behavior as defined by Maslow, as many of you could be aware, and that is a very accepted kind of a theory. So without a physical security component, human existence itself becomes a challenge. And if you see our evolution of the species, Homo sapiens huddled together to make large groups because they wanted to get physical security against other species, the dinosaurs, the lions, and the things like that. And as the groups became large, the threat became from within the society, from within the group, because of the contents within these factions. And then emerged the necessity of social laws. And these social laws, when came up, the group of people who were abiding by a similar type of social laws laid the foundation of the nation states. So that is the nation state structure in the world today which exists. And the foundation, as I have said, is an evolutionary process, has been a basic requirement of physical security apart from food and water. The paradigm of security study or security, physical security has been our prime concern to protect people, to protect infrastructure, to protect the assets. And as the domain is changing fast, it is utmost important for us that this structure also evolves to the changing requirement, and that's why this present seminar. I took a very cursory study of the open source intelligence data, and it shows that in 2023, Telangana state has recorded 213,121 cases of crime. Also a disclaimer here, that doesn't mean that crime has increased or decreased. Probably it has got reported in a larger number, and it shows about 9% increase as compared to the last year. Another thing which the data throws up is that there is 18% increase in cyber crimes. And in the previous panel discussion, that also emerged. It also says that crime against women have increased 5%. But more important finding is that 50% of those crimes are related to dowry. So probably that is the social ill we need to target to control the crime. So what I'm going to do today is my attempt is to just narrate 3 stories and leave you with the 3 pointers or 3 suggestions which the panel of experts can deliberate further as we go ahead. My first story is the stories of Jaigis. Plato, when he was writing part 2 of the Republic, he tried to explain human behavior through this story of Jaigis, and he says a shepherd whose name was Jaigis found a ring, and that ring made him invisible. So this shepherd, when he got this profound capability, did not indulge in any social good. What he did, he seduced the queen, he killed the king, he stole the treasury, and with this, Plato describes the primordial human behavior, and that is selfish motive, right? So why I'm trying to say that, if that is the behavioral aspect of crime that we need to address, let's start to understand it first. In Arth Shastra, it starts with Matsya Nyaya. Matsya means fish, Nyaya, justice. And it says big fish eats small fish. And that's why Kautilya says importance of dand. The fear of punishment. The fear of punishment will stop selfish interest to be prime. So if this is the construct, if this is the background in which social laws have to be made, then how do we deter malicious behavior unless there is a fear of punishment and also certainty of getting caught or very high probability of getting caught? If that is removed, if the ring of Jaigis is given to any good citizen today, if invisibility is provided, the human nature will guide him towards selfish interest, human nature will guide him towards crime. So therefore, how can we reduce? So first, let's attempt to get over invisibility. Technology enables today. The previous panel, one speaker said you can't put CCTV cameras everywhere. I understand that. But as long as there are some policies, there are some laws, bylaws of the societies, building construction laws, which necessitate that each public place, as far as it is allowed within public privacy laws, will be monitored. It will be monitored through a system, through CCTV cameras, but will that be enough? No, obviously you will require another layer, and that layer would be how to monitor it. And that monitoring humanly may be impossible. So probably an artificial intelligence component, a system of raising the alarm. I took a break in between and I went and saw this integrated command and control center in this building. And it gives me a lot of confidence. We are on the right path, but that is the way forward. Unless that certainty of getting caught, the fear of punishment is very reliable. The tendency of human nature to deteriorate towards selfish interest and indulge in crime is a very difficult thing to control. Also, you would agree with me, this cannot be done by police alone. UN says that, and I don't know what is the basis of their figure, but they say that you require 450 policemen per 1 lakh of population to have a stable law and order control. That in case of India is 220, and this my data I have taken out from one response which was given in the parliament last year. In state of Telangana, the sanctioned strength is about 196 per lakh, and I think holding is 150 or something. The problem is, this kind of a police force is an unviable kind of an option to create, to sustain, to maintain. So how do you address this? How do you address this concern of creating such a large body? And for this, I quote the second story, and it is actually not a story, it is my experience. In 2018, I went to Israel, to Tel Aviv as part of a government delegation, and the mayor was explaining to us what are the challenges of security which they face. And he challenged us. He said, you keep any article unattended anywhere in Tel Aviv. If it does not get reported within 10 minutes, I will give away my position. So that is the kind of public awareness they have built in that society. Is there a requirement for us to do so? Definitely. The additional commissioner of police pointed to that public participation, mass participation is a must, and we should look towards that. We should look towards not only the participation, also enablement. So he should be aware. He should also have a process in which this can be followed, or one another indicator I can give you, again my experience of Israel. They have one organization known as Megan David Adam. This is an organization of about 10,000 volunteers. These volunteers are mapped, they are networked, and their responsibilities of being first responder. So they are, the moment they get any incident report, the nearest volunteer is informed, he reaches the spot, and then he takes on a decision because he is trained to do so, whether ambulance is required, or blood is to be called for, or police force is required, and then that is how they monitor a system. So they have got public participation at a very large scale. So my second suggestion is we need to do this important factor in our structural, addressing the crime or social stability. How can we do so? One suggestion I can throw up is we have one organization known as National Cadet Corps. This came up in 1948 through an act of a parliament, and all of us, you must have come across this in your schools and colleges. And this organization can actually lead or can be a pathfinder, integrate them in public education, integrate them in being first responder. And even if those children or youth who are not part of this organization, give them some incentive, give a process of giving a badge of being volunteer for, participating in reporting of crime, or being a volunteer to be a first responder. In our education system, give some credit for being volunteer here, so that he has an incentive, and probably when it goes for higher education, some kind of a, additional advantage of having done such kind of social service. So public participation is my next point. Also, apart from public participation, and this also it was played up in the last session, we need to involve private security in a very, very large manner. For that, are enough laws and procedures and guidelines are in place? I'm not sure. I'm not expert on the subject, but I could gather that there is an effort being put in that direction. We need to create a structure where this force gets integrated with the mainstream police force in safeguarding our citizens. My third and last story is from a book called Freakonomics. And I'm happy this, one reference of New York City came in the previous panel. But it was really alarming in USA in the early 90s. crime rate was so high that Bill Clinton in 1995 made a public statement. He said, I am worried that the future presidents will not be finding any time to look at growth and prosperity. Their entire energies will get absorbed in keeping body and soul together in the citizen. It was that alarming a rate. But in 1996, the crime rate started falling. Some indicator was given by ADCP, probably some good policing practices, but there is no logical reasoning of why the crime rate started falling. And there was no substantial increase in the police force, there was no substantial increase in the conviction rate, but the 1996 onwards, the crime rate fell to the extent in New York City in 1995, there were 2,000 murder cases. By 2005, they reduced to only 500. So Stephen Levitt, the author of this book, Freakonomics, very interesting book, he attributes to this, to something which happened 20 years earlier in 1973, a Supreme Court judgment in Roe and Jade case. Roe was a 21-year-old young girl. She was alcoholic, drug addict, destitute, and she wanted to get abortion done, which was illegal that time. And she already had 2 children which she had put for adoption, and this was the 3rd pregnancy. But this was not permitted, and Jade was the state attorney. Finally, in 1973, Supreme Court gave the judgment and legalized abortion. The problem with making anything illegal is that the moment you make it illegal, it becomes expensive. It doesn't mean that the public behavior changes. It is only the rich will still afford. That common example is wherever the dry states are there in our country. It is not that people have stopped drinking. It is available at a higher cost. So it only affects the poor. And similarly, abortion being illegal was directly hitting the poor strata of the society. And because of this, these unwanted children who were seeing violence, who were seeing survival from a very young age, were becoming a pool of criminals when they were getting older. So 1973 judgment reduced in 1995 and thereafter that pool of potential criminals who would have no other option but to do illegal activities just for their survival. So my third and final suggestion is we need to look at the breeding grounds. I was having a look at National Crime Bureau data. I think that data is not very granular. We need to see what is the area of concern. Our mind straight away goes to the solution, but let's understand the problem first. Who is the maximum proportion of this? What is the demographic composition of the criminals? And let's see if we can address that. And that is a social change. So it will be very gradual. There is no immediate solution. That gradual change in terms of schooling, in terms of moral education, improving standard of government schools, women empowerment, NGOs promotion where they can go and look after, take care of this economically marginalized society will give you dividend in the long term, but then you are addressing probably the genesis of the problem where it is erupting from. In the end, I am again thankful to Colonel Rao and all the organizers for organizing this very relevant and very current subject seminar on this very relevant subject. This physical security challenges are being faced by our society. I have no doubt that by such initiatives and strong political will, Hyderabad can present actually a physical security role model. Hyderabad did this same role in 90s to lead the IT revolution. I think Hyderabad can do it again now to lead the physical security revolution in the digital era. And I'm certain with such public participation, soon Hyderabad model will start getting quoted as London's Ring of Steel or Lower Manhattan Security Initiative, LMSI, and it will set a global standard for others to follow. As we look to the future, let's commit ourselves to building a security framework that is dynamic, resilient, as the challenges we face are also resilient and dynamic. At the College of Defense Management, which I represent, we specialize in management studies and techniques of operations research with big data analytics. We shall be happy to engage with the state government in undertaking a proposed study to suggest a blueprint for Hyderabad transformation into a state of secure world-class city. This journey of making Hyderabad a secure hub and island of excellence with a very profound vision, collaboration, and relentless commitment to innovation, creative thinking, is a very interesting journey, and we are happy that we are in some way part of this journey. Thank you very much, everyone. I wish very fruitful discussions in balance of the sessions, and I'm sure that some insights will come. Some insights already, they were actually new to me when I heard the previous session, and I'm also very sanguine that we will throw up a way ahead where to move forward here onwards. Jai Hind.
Thank you, General Chibber, for your valuable insights. I now invite our guest of honor, Shri Kunwar Vikram Singh Ji, to kindly address the National Summit.
Honorable CM Saab, Deputy CM Saab, General Chibber Ji, CP Saab, Additional CP Saab, Varni Saab, Shekhar Ji, और आए हुए जितने भी सिक्योरिटी एक्सपर्ट हैं, सिक्योरिटी प्रोवाइडर्स हैं, मीडिया के लोग हैं, फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल लेट मी थैंक श्री भास्कर रेड्डी जी गारू for inviting me to this function. I'm so grateful to Bhaskar. I'm equally grateful to all the members of CAPC and EPSA, everybody. We have with us our Secretary General, Shri Mahesh Sharma ji also. Katti, you have already listened. It is a great moment for us, the topic being the evolution, how we've been evolutionary aspect to the physical security. Some point was touched by Katti ji. Deputy CM, I must tell you that I am one of the pioneers of starting security agencies. At my age is now 76. I have got no more than 50-year experience. We were only 5 people in the country who started this work. 5. And earlier, like Kattiji said, it was only Chaukidar job. So from Chaukidar to bring these people to this level, which is also, I consider we have reached up to the 50% of what is required. Keeping the international security standards, the challenges we face now, the kind of expertise and